Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie and thank you so much for being here. I just want to start off by saying thank you so much for all of the love on my previous mod videos. I am so happy you've been enjoying them and I really do appreciate all of your comments and likes over there. It really does mean the world to me. I'm so sorry I haven't uploaded in a while. Life has been really busy recently, but I am excited to be back today with another must-have mods showcase video. Just before we jump into it, if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe before you leave, and if you enjoy this video, turn your post notifications on so that you're notified every single time I upload, and let me know in the comments if you'll be trying any of these in your game. As always, the links for every mod shown today will be linked in the description box below. And that being said, let's go ahead and jump right in so I can show you my current favorite mods for an aesthetic game and realistic gameplay. So right away, the first mod I want to show is this custom loading screen. Loading screens are definitely one of the easiest ways to customize your game. I know that I see the loading screen a lot during gameplay, so having something that's pretty to look at instead of the basic blue one that comes with the game makes that whole process a little bit more enjoyable. This one is by Starry Simsy and I love it, but there are so many out there and you can definitely choose one that best suits you. Moving into Create a Sim, there are a few different mods I want to show you in here, but the first, most obvious one is this custom Create a Sim background. Again, there are lots of these available from all different creators, and they're just a really easy way to make your game look so much better. I'll make sure I include a link to this one below, but if you don't already have a custom CAS background, I do really suggest installing one because they do really just make the CAS experience overall feel more realistic. Plus, they're so much prettier than the basic blue background, just like the custom loading screens. Next up, we have the CAS More Columns mod. This one pretty much explains itself. It just adds more columns in Create a Sim. As you can see, I currently have 4. There is the option for 3, 4, or 5 columns rather than the standard 2, I believe. This mod makes quickly scrolling through your items so much easier, especially if you have a lot of packs or custom content like I do, and it just really makes everything feel a little bit more organized. And Create a Sim being organized leads me to the next mod today, which is the Tidy Details mod by Sparrow CC. This mod is really amazing and it sorts all of your items into different categories and also allows you to physically see the different categories so that you can apply multiple things at once. Organizes all of your accessories, skin details and tattoos, and it's definitely one that I can't play without, so I would highly recommend. One of the last Create a Sim mods for today is the More Trait slots and the 100 base game trait pack by Vicky Sims. The More Traits mod I use will be linked, but there are lots of options out there to choose from. I currently use the one that has 5 slots for young adults, adults and elders, 4 for teens, 3 for children and 2 for toddlers. This also gives 5 lot trait slots too, which is really helpful for skill building. As for the 100 base game traits, as you can see, this is a complete overhaul of all of the regular traits that come with the base game. There are over 100 to choose from actually, and that includes ones relating to personality, attractiveness, hobbies and interests, and both of these are base game compatible. And lastly, I wanted to show you 2 of the different sliders I used in Create a Sim. First one is this height slider. It's pretty self-explanatory, but it means that you can create sims and actually notice the difference between your teens and adults. I also use this eyebrow slider, which allows me to adjust the thickness of them, which I love because a lot of the time I like the shape of the thinner eyebrows in game, but I can just adjust them to make them thicker, which is what I've done with my sim here. So with this slider, you just grab here and you can then make them as thick or as thin as you want. I do also have an eyebrow slider which allows me to completely adjust the width of them as well. This is also great because it means you can use the same ones over and over again and they can always look different, and both of these make really useful additions to your game. Moving out of Create a Sim into the world view then, these map replacements are essential, and at this point I can't even remember what the regular maps from the game look like, but these ones are from 20th Century Plumbob and are available for every world. These ones are a few of my favourite. I particularly like Oasis Springs, and I do also really like the San Myshuno one as well. I also use a mod that removes the outlines in world view because I feel like it just gives it a much more aesthetic look, which I absolutely love. These map replacements will all be linked down below, and again I would highly recommend checking them out and installing them into your game. This healthy drinks mod by Little Miss Sam adds a new interaction to your Sims fridges. So if we go over to the fridge and select healthy drink, you will now see that we have lots of different healthy options for our Sims to choose from. Each of these options will give your Sims a 1-hour buff with a happy moodlet and also slightly increases the fitness skill. This mod also influences the sickness system and can also affect your child and teen Sims responsibility levels. As you can see, my Sim now has a moodlet that says healthy drink because of carrot juice, making a healthy drink taste good and makes you feel good. And as mentioned, it does also slightly increase your fitness skill a little bit too. As we get more into the video, you will see that Little Miss Sam is probably up there with one of my favorite small mod creators, and this one in particular is one that I would definitely recommend just to add a little bit more realism into your game. Another small mod that I love by Little Miss Sam is the functional pet water bowls. So this mod adds new objects in build mode which match up with the cats and dogs bowls, and when you place them on the lot they can be filled with water instead. So if we have our Sim select her pet's water bowl and fill that up, you will see that it does look completely different. Sim's pets should drink from this on their own after walks or jogs too, and overall, let's be honest, having a dog in your Sim household and no water bowl just really feels wrong, so this mod has that completely covered. You can also call your pet to drink, and the animation is exactly the same as the drink from puddle animation from cats and dogs, and overall this mod is just really cute, adds realism again, and yeah, our pets really love it. This next mod again is another fairly small one, and it's pretty self-explanatory. It is the self manicure and pedicure mod, so you can now give your own Sims a manicure and pedicure instead of having to travel to a spa. All you have to do is just select your Sim, and you should then see the option for self manicure and pedicure. Once you select an option, then you'll be able to pick your colors as you normally would at the spa, and I believe the options do also increase as your wellness skill increases, but don't hold me accountable on that. I am not 100% certain. Highly recommend this one. It saves a whole lot of time and a lot of hassle in the game and just makes everything a bit easier. Next, we have this family portrait mod by ravishing. This one is at the top of my favorites lists, and it adds a really cute photo of your entire household into the frame. You can change the frame colors, and you can also lock the portrait so that it doesn't change on its own. You can also appreciate the portrait, and this does update automatically, so you don't have to worry about adding new family members when your Sim has a baby or when your Sim gets married, and you also don't have to worry about having another Sim take the family picture either. I think this one just adds the aesthetic to any Sim household, and I would definitely recommend this one. I will also leave a link for this in the description box down below. Another mod by Ravishing that is amazing is the Photographic Memory Maker mod. This one allows you to place a USB or hard drive into your Sims game and inventory where you can store all of your photos. You can use this mod to fix the quality of photos, store photos, transfer photos between different objects, and you can also create photo gifts like Polaroids, canvases, cross-stitch, and calendars. Recently, I haven't been able to play without this one. The Polaroids especially are super cute and definitely worth installing this one for. So if I click into here and select create a photo gift, you can see there are tons of options to choose from. I'm going to select Polaroid and have a little picture of 𝐓𝐈𝐌𝐄𝐒𝐓𝐀𝐌𝐿 created into a Polaroid, and this then gets added into your Sims inventory. Then you can just place them anywhere you want. I like putting them on the cork boards, but Polaroids all over the house is also really cute. Next up, we have this functional blender mod, which adds a new object in buy mode and also gives your Sims the option to make protein shakes. There are so many different options to choose from. My personal favorite is the peach. We go ahead and select that. Your Sim will then go ahead and make a protein shake. And again, this one really is just for the aesthetics, but it's also really great to have as many smaller functional items in game as you can. There doesn't seem to be that many really that do come with the game, so I would highly recommend this one. And as you can see, the animation is also really cute. The little cups and the straws and everything, it's just adorable. Another mod by Little Miss Sam that adds so much realism into the game is the functional ATM machines. I have had this mod for a really long time now, and again, it's one that I just genuinely cannot play without. It adds so much realism and comes with lots of different functions. You can place the ATM machine on any lot and you can then buy credit cards from this. You can buy credit cards anywhere from 500 all the way up to 100,000 simoleons. So if I go ahead and get her to buy a 500 simoleon credit card, you can see that that is then added into her inventory. You can also use this to apply for credit. So if I go ahead and, for example, apply for a 2,500 credit loan, this means that it will incur interest every day and has repayment rates, which really makes the money side of things a lot more real in my opinion, and I personally never play without this one. This mod adds functional gift cards to the game, which is really fun to play around with, especially for gifting other Sims in your household. This is part of the Better Parties mod, and to use it, all you do is pop over to the gift card display. You can then choose which gift card you want to purchase. I'm gonna have my Sim purchase a breakfast gift card. So as you can see, this has been added to my Sim's inventory, and then if we place this in the world, we can then use the gift card and order whatever we want. So say French toast. And once you select that, that will then be added to your Sim's inventory immediately. Again, just another really great mod. I absolutely love it. And this one will also be linked in the description down below. And last but certainly not least is this bubble tea counter override by Little Bo Bub. It's so cute and it overrides all of the in-game bubble tea options. It adds loads of new flavors. As you can see, we have flavors that don't come with the standard high school years pack, like pina colada and cotton candy. The bubble tea is something that I already loved when it came out with high school years, and these overrides just give that little bit of extra aesthetic to your game overall. That is it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn your post notifications on so that you never miss another upload. Also, leave a comment down below and let me know if you're planning on using any of these mods in your game, and I'll see you next time. Bye!